What's that you say?
All right. We are here with with a brand new guest that we've been wanting to visit us for a very long time. You're a living legend.
It's true.
It's true. This is the Baroness.
Baroness.
Yeah.
So
All
good
right.
to see you.
Yeah. It's been a very long time since I've walk by your store only daily because it's right here. You want to just share about the store?
Yeah, my boutique, I make latex clothing. I'm New York's premier designer of elegant, provocative latex fashions, and I have a boutique on 13th Street between Avenues A and B. And we're never open in the morning, just so you know.
And the windows are probably the most gorgeous windows in all of New York City.
Oh, thank you.
Are you kidding me? I mean, we drool over those windows, but it is always closed. No,
So you get up in the morning, is what you're saying.
No, not necessarily. I walk by in the afternoon too, so it's be back in 5 minutes or something like that. There's always a sign in your door. Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
there's a sign everywhere, honey.
Maybe there's a code that you need to text you to I'm outside. Is that how you let people in?
That doesn't work.
No. So how long have you been in that boutique?
I've had that location for now 9 years, but I've been making latex clothing for 21 years.
21, and today's
I'm the
October
reason why
21st.
latex is really as it is in America.
I have to say that must be true. And who I originally heard of you from was, do you remember John Marshall? Yeah. John Marshall is who wanted me to meet you so many years ago. I used to do an annual Valentine's benefit, and he always was
I haven't
trying.
seen him in ages.
I
I was
think-
wondering about him recently.
Yeah, I think
He's no more.
I think he's an angel watching over, but
Not with his lifestyle.
no. Oh my gosh! But he wrote about street news, and I know he just loved you so much, and that's how long I've been.
I actually have a funny story about him. I'm coming back from the movies with my slave. We've gone off to see this amazing fetish movie. He's in complete rubber. I'm in my latex ensemble. I blindfolded him in the movie theater so he can't see anything, and I keep leaning over and saying, "Oh my God, you should see this. She's wearing the catsuit. She's wearing it at the ring. It's so sexy." So after this happens, we now get out of the cab, and there's this guy kind of going through my rubbish because I've thrown out a bunch of shoes. And I'm thinking, I'm not too sure I want to walk into my house when there's this potential lunatic outside. And he said, "Oh, the Baroness, I know who you are." Of course, everyone knows who I are.
Yeah, I'm sure he shopped a lot like that.
Yeah,
But
he did.
it's funny. Today is the day that Imelda Marcos was indicted. When you said he's rummaging
things
through
you
your
know.
shoes.
The
I
things you know.
only know the things on this day every week, and then I retain nothing, so I totally forget it by tomorrow. But I just went over today's stuff. So where are you from originally?
I'm British.
You are. Okay. And you've been in New York for.
I've been here forever, you can tell. I don't. As soon as I cross over the Atlantic, I start sounding more British. If I drink a lot, I sound very British. Sometimes even Scottish.
Maybe if you switch mics, you'll sound more British. Let's see.
It's a bit like Mexican.
There you go. So are you from England? No.
The translating mic.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm actually from Banstead, which is right next to Epsom Downs, which is where the Epsom Downs racetrack is, and it's where Epsom salt comes from. So.
Do you soak usually? Do you?
Of course not.
So what about this ensemble you have on right now?
It's this little ensemble.
Yeah.
Just one of my casual outfits for homeware. As I said, I make latex clothing. This is the Pearl Sheen Blue. It's a gorgeous shade. Most people don't get this because it is a really gorgeous shade and they don't deserve it. But we do offer it sometimes to people if they're very good, very pretty. They can have it.
Interesting.
And wealthy.
Oh, so how much would a suit like this go for?
This outfit that I'm wearing is probably about $2,000. But the stuff in the store, you can buy smaller things and they'll be cheaper. I mean, smaller garments.
A mini skirt?
A mini skirt, halter tops, so they're less than 100. Most of the dresses are about 300. Most of the men's stuff is about 500. Then you start getting into the
Custom.
amazing pieces, yeah.
Yeah. So can you name a few people who bought some custom stuff that wore them to the Grammys or whatnot?
We did the stuff for Lady Gaga when she came in the egg. We did all of those, the entree people, and then she was wearing our stuff, but she was in eggs, so no one saw it. We just did some stuff for Beyonce's dancers last night.
Good for you.
And now nowadays anybody who makes latex does stuff for all of those people, because all those people wear latex.
Yeah.
Not like when I started and it was just a bunch of pervs.
Right, exactly. Well, it's obviously, what's your beauty secret? Because it's obviously something if you've been doing this for that long.
That's latex, honey.
Exactly. So does it make you feel all nice and sexy?
It makes you feel more than all nice and sexy. It makes you feel nasty.
That's cool. That is cool. So today happens to be National Pumpkin Cheesecake Day.
I saw that.
Would you like to try some?
I think I'd prefer not to if you don't mind.
All right. Well, we have alternatives for people like you. We have little coffee candies.
Oh, I've got a coffee can.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So can you share a skeleton from your closet?
Well, I was just mentioning, it's not a skeleton because I have latex closets and they're just, don't have room for skeletons.
Right.
However, I was just mentioning a little brief story. I was looking on the website and I saw they had the jacket from Jimi Hendrix. So my story is that, this is the internet so I can say words like this.
Yeah.
When he asked me to fuck him, I said no, and my reasoning was, I had to catch a bus. And that's really true. It's the big regret in my life.
Wow,
that I
because you
didn't.
never thought that it wouldn't happen again.
Well, also, I was fucking high, so.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix. Wow.
I know, that's a nice regret. If there's going to be a regret, that's a nice one to have.
It certainly is. So what's the website? Do you have a website where you want people to stalk you?
Baroness.com. I don't wish to be stalked unless you'd like to be bullwhipped. In which case, then just call. Don't bother stalking. Yeah, Baroness.com. Of course, I've got all that social media. It's probably under Latex Baroness. I'm easy to find.
Yeah. Now, what holiday is in the window now? Is it Halloween?
Of course, it's Halloween.
It is.
Halloween is my birthday, by the way, so it's a big deal. It's a big deal for me. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I expect lots of presents. I expect lots of people dressing up, because my fantasy had always been to get a bunch of people in a room and dress them up and look at them. So when I came to America, they did that, because they don't do that in Britain.
So wait, you will dress people up? Do they have to buy the latex for that, or
Of course
will
I
you
have to
dress?
buy it. I'm not even going to be here. I'm going to be going in. I'll be in Mexico City. I'm going for Day of the Dead, which is my second favorite holiday.
Very
or third,
nice.
one or the other. Any occasion to dress, you know.
Of course. So when you were a little kid, you were in England, so you didn't do the Halloween thing.
No, they don't do it over there.
They started to, but it's not the same.
Right.
So when you came here and started knowing about Halloween, and you found out it is
I
your
thought,
birthday,
America, what a great country.
they eat candy on your birthday.
Well, not so much the candy, the clothing. Everyone gets dressed up, and they just dress up and have a good time.
So what do you usually dress up on us on Halloween?
I don't usually dress up as anything. I usually dress up in general, so it's kind of hard to say. Right now I'm into, of course, the bats. So we've got a bunch of orange latex. I've made a lot of bats and stripy things, and that's what I'll be wearing also for Day of the Dead.
Yeah, and then I know Christmas time you have like elf, beautiful red and green in your window. I'm telling you.
Wait, not just that we had
Valentine's Day,
elves.
it is ridiculous how cool your windows
Any
are.
holiday.
Every day.
But actually, the elves are really great because we go to Macy's. We go see Santa every year. The
in
first,
your latex.
in our ensembles. The first year we went, I had a film crew with me at that point, and they said, you can't have a film crew coming in. So they escorted us. So the film person put the camera on his shoulder and filmed everything from his shoulder. The next year we went back in, the elves said, I recognize you. We've got different elves. The next year, I said, I want cake. So it's always a big deal, and I must admit Santa is a tiny bit overwhelmed.
Wow, that's so great. That's nice.
Well, how else is he going to know what to get me for Christmas?
Yeah, so do you have a list?
Oh, I have a lengthy list.
Oh, that's
I have a
good.
lengthy list, but no, I'm pretty basic. Luxury items, champagne, jewels, jacuzzi, sports cars, yeah.
Nice, that's nice.
Tropical islands.
Wow. Is there any questions from you, Mr. Marlowe? Marloween?
Tell me about Rihanna.
She's nice.
What do you wear?
She wears clothes. I mean that in terms of some people don't wear clothes, they just get dressed. She really does love to dress, which is nice, and she has a great comfort in her body, which makes it easy for her to dress. And I'm just a sucker for anybody who looks good and dressed. When they put on their clothes, when they've really thought about it, I'm in love, so I think she's grand.
What about Madonna? Can you tell us something?
I worked with Madonna when I was younger. I was actually working on the film Who's That Girl, and I was an assistant costume designer. I had just gone off and been my first meeting of her, which is really fun. I'd just been audited, so I was at the tax place, and then I arrived late for the fitting, and I walk in the hotel room, which is where we're fitting her, There's clothes all over the room. She's wearing a thong, her legs are crossed. She's sitting on the bed, and I walk in, and she stands up and extends her hands and says, "Hi, I'm Madonna." I'm like, "Oh, I thought so." I also had white hair at that time, so whenever I would go out, I was like the person that sort of led everybody away from Madonna. But she was pretty dynamic, shall we say.
Yeah, no surprise. None at all. So, any other standout experiences with latex? Did you ever meet like your favorite person on earth by accident?
By accident? No. But my favorite experience in latex is I've made a creature called the Maw. It's a 4-person, entirely latex-covered experience. We're all attached. It's sort of a social experience, art project. We debuted it last year in Montreal, and we were in it for 5 days completely, never getting out, never being visible. My favorite remark of that time was when you could slightly see a bit of my hair, and it was a bit pinker, and someone came up to me and said, "Baroness, I've never seen you in black before." And I thought, I also don't think you've seen me attached to 4 other people in 60 yards of latex, completely head to toe. But if you want to bring out the black, that's probably the most.
So was that like performance art?
It's performance art, social experiment.
Yeah.
Masturbation for me. You know, it's time when I have a lot of time on my hands and a lot of latex. It's like, what do I do? I don't know.
Call us. We'll come hang out with you for 4 days. Absolutely. In Montreal, I'm there. Uh-huh.
Well, we've also debuted it, each time it goes out, it's a different configuration. So we were at Figment, which was in Governor's Island, with the art crowd, so they were very different response. And then we're also going to be walking it down Fifth Avenue through Grand Central along 42nd Street and ending up in the steps of the library. So that'll be a very different experience for it, too.
Good for you. Good
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
fun.
Wow, it is. It is. I think you make it fun, though. What is your advice for somebody in the world, like, about life and the good and the bad?
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
It's inevitable. But I would say that if you are a singular individual, embrace that. That's the biggest thing. Embrace your difference.
There you go. You heard it here. Is there any last shout-outs you'd like to say to the world? Come to 13th Street.
Oh, that's right. Come to my boutique. And if you're planning on getting an outfit for Halloween, do it today.
Yeah.
Do it tomorrow.
How late do you
Everybody
stay
else shows up like Halloween or the day before and goes, "Oh my God, I had no idea it was Halloween. It's never this time of year."
It's only like
I'm so surprised.
It's only like a little over a week away.
I know, we're already pretty backed up with custom orders, so it's it'd be nice if you shopped earlier.
Absolutely. Would you like to push a button?
Depends. What will happen? What do I get?
They're all different. You can have whatever you like.
I can have whatever I like. I can't see.